Hi everyone, today we are going to discuss about temporal tables. I have a predefined set of queries which is already ready for you people. So let us see how to enable temporal tables on a table. We have to use our alt create statement to do the same. So here I am going to create a temporal table. It named as temporal table demo. Okay, so in this I am going to mention two columns, ID and name. And if you are interested to create a temporal table on my table named test temporal, you have to specify two new columns, system start time and system end time. The name can be differ, but the property which we have to give should be generated always as row start, generated always as row end. It means this would give you a start time of the row when the last row got updated, or if there is a new row, the time which inserted would be stored in this column. And in case of system end time, that would be the end of the time. If you want to enable this temporal table on this table, you should make sure that while creating the table, system versioning property should be on. So now let us create a table. I have a database called test 2016 CTP. So here I am going to create this temporal table. So table has got created. Let us see how does it look like. So here this is the table which I have created. You can see the property system version would be enabled, and as usual tables will not have that property. And here you could see one more table which has been created under the table which you have created, then that named as dbo.mssql underscore temporal history for 90. This is my table ID, and this is where this is the place we are going to store our history. And note the point that you can change the name. So what I will do, I'll change this name as temporal demo history. So now you could see the name would get changed. Okay, name got changed. So since I have already created this table, let us see. I am going to insert two rows, and let us see what would happen in the history table and our event table. So two rows got inserted. So we now need to insert data into system start time and system end time. So now I am going to run a select statement from my temporal demo table. Oh sorry, I have inserted to a different table which has been, I'm really sorry for that. So now I have inserted two rows. Let us select. So now you could see two rows got inserted, and let us see what would be there in the history table. There is no rows because this is the first insert. There is no changes happened on any of the row which we have. So here if you see the sys start time is nothing but the inserted time of the row, and system end time is like infinity because the row is still exists on the table. So what I am going to do next is I am going to run an update statement on one of the rows. So I'll update the name submit to SAS. So now we will be running the same query temporal table. Actually, you could see a time difference on the first row, that which I have updated. There is a main minute difference. That minute difference is nothing but the updated time. So the data available in start time is nothing but the updated time. So let us see what would be available in the history table. So history table, a new row got generated which contain the old values, nothing but id didn't change, and the name, it is the old value which was there in the table. And if you see the start time, so if you run the both query, you can understand what is the difference. So start time is nothing but the time which when the rows were got inserted, and end time is the updated time. So you could match these two rows as this was the old inserted time and the updated time, and the old inserted time has become updated here. So now the updation has happened. What we can do next is I am going to delete a row from the table. So let us see how the history table going to keep the data. So I have deleted the row. Definitely the row should not be there in the demo table. Oh shit, sorry again, still I am using my old table to do this operation. So I have deleted. Now that row got deleted. It is very basic functionality. Now if you go to the history table, I got one more row which says the lifespan of the row, and now you could identify that the second row got inserted because that row is not available in demo table, but that is available in history table. So now I have a track. There was a row with the values id as 2 and name as Sam, which was accessed in my test temporal demo table from the lifespan of 353 to 356, almost 3 minutes we can say. So now let us come to a real-time scenario. How can we delete a table? If you see this, if you right click on the table, you couldn't see the delete statement which is accessed for the usual tables which is there in the database. So what SQL says, if it is a system version table, you are not supposed to delete as you used to do. So now I'll write a drop statement on my table. So it says an error, trap operations failed on this table because it is not supported the operation on system version table. So you will not be able to. What about truncate table? Truncate table failed on because it is not. So let us delete. This is nothing but deletion of data from the table. That can be because we have done. So what we have to accept, there is a restriction on DDL operations on a system version table. So now I'll show you how to delete or how to do DML operations on a table. So here I have a statement ready, that is alter table set system versioning on. While creating the table, we set that set the system version on to the system. Now we are changing the property of the temp table. Now let us see what changes will happen. Now I have changed. Now you refresh here, you can see now I have changed. Now if you refresh it, now you could see two tables. There was only one table. Now you could see temporal demo and temporal demo history. Our history table has become a usual table in SQL Server. now you can delete the both one by one, or you can keep the history and delete the permanent table as you wish. So now you could see the delete statement is enabled, and here also. So now I could drop the table, even I could drop the history table. So if you are going to if you are going to add any new column to the table, the same process should be followed, and you can add the new column, and you should enable the property on again. So again one more version table would be created on the temporal. You can see here I have enabled it. Now if you go to temporal demo, it has become system versioned again, and you got a new table. So if you add a new column, you should again create that history table, and you should keep the track after your DDL operations. So now again you would be getting that error for the demo table, because we have made it system version. So be frank, this is not a replacement for CDC. This is an extra feature. Temporal means nothing but it is a time frame. So if you are interested to know what time frame my data was, that kind of row was available in my DB or on my table, so there you could go for the versioning. Definitely, since there is multiple insert, that would be overhead for the system, but still if you are interested to keep the history, you can go for temporal table. Thank you for watching the demo. Have a nice day.